week of updates from Kevin Feige as he, along with Amy Pascal, the head of Sony in Spider-Man, along with the Spider-Man Brand New Day cast, Jacob Batalon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Sadie Sink, have all been going out doing these media outlets and press about Spider-Man Brand New Day in their film that comes out next week. But Kevin Feige has been talking a lot and teasing what's in store for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A couple weeks ago, while speaking with a Shanghai outlet in China, he talked after the expo about what's in store post Secret Wars. And is this really a reboot? Well, Kevin Feige does not think it's a reboot. In fact, he had said this about what's in store for the X-Men. Fundamentally, the X-Men at its core, Kevin said, acquiring the X-Men rights isn't just about, for example, Wolverine is an outstanding character. We're able to team him up with Deadpool, which is great, but the X-Men are far more than just the Wolverine, far more than original team, fundamentally. It's a universe, it's a multiverse saga. It's much of what we're working towards. He also said we were just at Marvel Studios meeting room planning movies all the way up to 2042. Whether we can make it to 2042, who knows? Will there be movies in 2042? Who knows? But this is how we approach and plan the vast amount of potential stories from the comics. We're constantly changing, constantly evolving, and having some guidance helps us, but most purposely, especially the X-Men. It's already what 10 movies, some very very good, and I think we lived up to expectations. How do we plan the mutant saga in a very grand way? It's just quite absurd that Kevin said that post Secret Wars it's not considered a reboot, which a lot of people thought, including myself, okay, when Secret Wars comes out and it ends, it's going to be one closing chapter of the book and enter the new. Like we're going to have a new Iron Man, a new Captain America, a new Hulk, a new Black Widow. Everything's going to be different because of Doctor Doom changing the planets in the universes post Secret Wars. But Kevin's saying that no, it's not going to be a full on reboot is quite a good thing. We can get the young Avengers who have not really had a big payoff in the years since they've been introduced onto the big screen. The Avengers Doomsday trailer just came out earlier this week. We only had one look at one young adventure, and that was Cassie Lang. But I find it quite astonishing. Like Kevin mentioned the year 2042 that he and company have planned this out to 2042 for the next sagas. The mutant saga is coming up next, but who knows what's going to be after that. A lot of people had thought that Kevin Feige would end up leaving Marvel Studios once his contract ends, and maybe going to uh, lead Lucasfilm in Star Wars, which he is a big fan of Star Wars and loved Star Wars since when he was a little kid. But even if he did not do move over to Star Wars, maybe he could just be the head of Disney upon all the movies and television shows and studios, which Alan Bergman currently has. Which I honestly do believe that it's probably Kevin Feige's endgame to be an overseeing on Marvel, on Star Wars, on the live action Disney remakes, which they have gone to shit. But talking about the X-Men, I'm a big X-Men fan. I love X-Men 97 growing up. I love the Michael Brian Dennis. Michael Bryan Bendis comics. I love the Ultimate X-Men. I love the all new X-Men comics growing up. And it's something that Kevin, I know for sure, deeply cares about. His first job into this business was working on the Fox X-Men movies. And he stated that he would not rush the X-Men out. When Disney acquired the Fox rights of the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Kevin Feige said that he loved the X-Men, he loved the Fantastic Four. He doesn't want to rush into it. When Disney acquired the Fox rights of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, that he wants to take his time and not just rush it out into theaters and just get a cash money grab for it. While Kevin Feige was talking to Collider, he said about going to San Diego Comic-Con this weekend and return to Hall H, that like when we go to Hall H, we want to bring a few surprises. He wants to tease out what's in store for Marvel and what's in store post Secret Wars, and that it's their home away from home. And when they go there, it means they're ready to put on a show. And I cannot wait for that. San Diego Comic-Con for us nerds is something that we deeply love, we cherish, and we look forward to every year when Marvel returns, when DC returns, if there's any Star Wars news, anything. It's just like a whole group of people who love the same thing all get to experience that, hey, this is in store for our next franchises. And I honestly think that Kevin has some things up his sleeve that he's willing and he's ready to show us. Like, he's not going to show us stuff that he's not confident in. I believe that he wants to show us that either the X-Men cast, which I don't think it's going to happen, with Sadie Sink being Jean Grey. She's not fully announced yet, and Spider-Man Brave New Day comes out next week, so that's maybe a D23 thing. But we have Vision Quest, we have Spider-Man Friendly Neighborhood, Midnight Suns project, a new Avengers project, a Nova movie. Who knows? But you guys better strap in, because San Diego Comic-Con is Marvel's bread and butter. And I best believe that they're going to blow the doors off there this year. Make sure you guys stay tuned to this channel. I'm going to provide updates and cover everything that happens at Hall H this weekend, earlier next week in a video. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed. I love talking and covering television, movies, rumor, speculation, much more, rom-coms, you name it. I love televisions and movies. Just subscribe if you guys have not subscribed. It will mean a whole lot to me. Like this video if you guys haven't liked it. Share it to all the friends, family members who are looking forward to what Marvel has to talk about and bring to San Diego Comic-Con. And comment down below, like, what's your thoughts about not being a full blown on reboot? What's your thoughts about the X-Men being the forefront of the next saga? And what's your thoughts of what could happen this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con? And that'll be all for today's review. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I cannot wait. This is what we all love, is being a nerd, being a kid again, and loving Marvel, loving DC, loving Star Wars, and just being a fan again. And I cannot wait for what's in store for this weekend.